afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you may be. Makozi Racing Internacional salutes you. Welcome to another stream of the FIA Gran Turismo exhibition season 2019-2020. Today we're going to be racing in round 2 of season 2, and for Nations Cup we have the Group 4 race at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse. And for the manufacturer race we have Group 3 at the Nürburgring GP circuit. So two very interesting combinations. Let's have some fun. See how it goes. Just gonna go ahead, enter Nations. See, it's a 15 lap race with Group 4 cars. 3 times fuel wear, 11 times tyre wear, maximum tyre rating medium, minimum tyre rating hard. For the race, you have to use racing hards, and the refueling speed is 7 litres per second. Mechanical damage light, slipstream real. 20 cars, rolling start. So, pretty much the usual. I've been testing it a little bit, and I saw that you actually had to save fuel with some of the cars, but you had to be very aware of what tires you were using. Sorry, of how you were using your tires, my apologies, and the more careful you were at the start of the stint, the faster you will be towards the end of it. So I'm going to try and keep that in mind now when I'm doing this race, and we'll see. I'm going to be using a different car than was considered the meta, which is the Lexus Group 4 at the moment. I'm going to be using a McLaren. And why McLaren, may you ask? Well, for me it's very fun to drive. It's fast. Yes, it may not be the greatest on fuel, but it's MR, it's light, thereabouts, and it can do well with its tires. So if you just pull that all together, despite the fuel disadvantage, other than that, the McLaren's a great car. 7 gears, good top speed. No, nothing I can complain about. Anyway, so I'm going to be using this car for the race. You can see the yellow and British Racing green livery. Top 10 stars. I'm on first position overall. That lap was not the greatest, I must say. I mean, there was another 2/10 in it. You can get under 45s, that's for sure. And if you want to be competitive with times, like if you want to know where you need to be, I would say low 45s to high 44s. That's kind of the range in which you need to be so that you are competitive in this combination, at least in qualifying. For race pace, don't know about that. Forgotten a bit about the times that I did yesterday. But nevertheless, we're just going to go ahead, drive a bit with this McLaren. Just going to do something real quick. So on this track you really want to be very cautious, especially at this bus stop. But like in general, this is not a track where you want to make mistakes. If you make a mistake, you go wide, that is it. There is no consolation in getting something wrong here. If you make a single mistake and you touch the wall, or you touch the barrier, or if you go off track, it's nothing that can really save you here. There's not too much room for error. Missing some of my apexes. I just started driving this McLaren now. I'm actually doing the time trial with the Lexus before I chose this. So, two very different cars, both very fast in my opinion. Lexus is obviously the most, how do you say, the fastest car on a single lap, but this McLaren doesn't come too far behind. You can see 45.4 with mistakes. There's potential, I can say that much. See, getting that corner a lot better immediately tense up. That's not gonna be able to finish that lap anyway, so we're just gonna port. So yeah, I'm seeing the potential with this McLaren. There's a possibility for it to be fast on race pace. Let's just see how that's... Yeah, that's better. Okay. We're just waiting for the matchmaking now. Hey Miko, how are you doing? Good morning. Or Guten Morgen. How are you doing? Doing okay. Well, look at this. Lexus, Ferrari, McLaren, Toyota, Lexus, F-Type, Lexus, Alfa Romeo, then another Lexus, and guess what? Even more Lexuses. So yeah, this race is predominantly with Lexus, but you can still see there is some variety. DNA X with using the same car as me, the McLaren as well. Veyron, okay, I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but sure. 458 Italia, Megane Trophy, yeah, it'll be fun. Let's say 290 points, so that's an improvement from last time. You can see we've got 274. This time it's 290, so that means stronger lobby for sure. Thank you, me Motorsport. Morning, guys. I'm doing okay, Miko. Can't complain. Can say that much. So, strategy for this race: you can use the hybrids tires, basically. That's pretty much the fastest way to drive this car as well, because it actually makes it a lot more comfortable, surprisingly. Like usually you would put racing hards in the rear and you drive around on any other car and it just feel like the rear end it doesn't respond. It just throws itself out without listening. It can't have any acceleration with the McLaren though. It's surprisingly like calm to drive. I mean, yeah, Mika, I know you don't particularly like the McLarens, but yeah, I have to say it actually is a good car to drive around here. The gears are suited quite nicely. I mean, it's really good on corner exits. It's got good top speed as well. Very stable. It's MR. So it's really fun to drive, at least. I mean, maybe we won't finish first, I don't know, but at least we'll have a good time trying to do that. You can see that rare Veyron in Group 4. Been like a year since I've seen one of those. It's good that someone's at least tried it out. Breakfast now. Yeah, no problem, Miko. Maybe you can watch this in breakfast. Like I said last stream, just for some morning entertainment. Is the car du jour? Yep. That's right, Speedster. Car of the game. I mean, if you went with the Lexus, that wouldn't have been a bad choice. I can see other cars working, like the what am I saying? Another Lexus. The Jaguar, the one that Oscar Redfern is using in front of me. That's a very good car. The SLS, Mercedes-Benz, I can't emphasize it enough. Mercedes-Benz always has good cars. Always does very well wherever they go. Porsche would be okay. I need some fresh air with this thing, but we'll see how it goes. Honda, NSX, but then the moment you put that tire combination on, with the rears at the hards, you feel like you have to put on a knife edge to be fast. Just wants to slide around too much. Just have to pull off a little bit. Oh yeah, no, it's a perfect start to the lap. Thanks, Kerr. See there, I missed the first corner, braked too late. Still used to time trial settings. Oh no, sorry. Wow. Okay, that was completely my fault. I should have avoided him. Sorry, Jono. Didn't mean it. Yeah, so that can happen sometimes when a car just comes out of the ghost mode right when you don't want it. But it happens. I'll apologize after. It's not fun though. Give this lap another try. Yeah. Have a good one, Speedstar. Hey, fire. Thanks. I'm using the McLaren, by the way. The most surprising choice ever. We'll see how it turns out. I think it's a good car, actually. You can get your head around the small fuel save that you need to do. Apart from that, it's fine. Yeah, I noticed that too. The gears are very nicely set as well to this track particularly. It's got good top speed, MR, which again goes towards the tires, and in general it's just nice to drive. All around nice car. The only thing that's missing is fuel. If that was fixed slightly, I think it would be one of the top 3 cars in Group 4. Excuse me. Oh, yep. Yes, sir. Not sure we span out there, but we didn't impede anyone's laps. That's the important thing. Okay. Seconds to spare, you say? Okay. I wasn't going slow anyway, but sure. Oh, Simonize. What's he waiting for? Okay. He can get a good exit out of that one. You say I'm not gonna make it? I'll make it. Don't worry. Just want to know if Simonize is gonna let me pass now. He ain't gonna let me by. Say goodbye to this lap. I'm not gonna bother him. And just get in front. Can use some slipstream. Yeah, for qualifying you want to be under 46s, preferably. I mean, again, this is Oceania, we don't always have the fastest qualifying times, but you can see I improved 2/10 in that last sector. I was really not, I wasn't doing anything special, so yeah, I can see 46 zeros, 45 nines, those would be good. Yesterday in the lobby, when I was practicing, someone did like a 45.7. That was rapid, but that was in a Lexus. So I can see that happening with a Lexus. Any other car, 46 zeros, that's pretty fast. Important thing is to not get interrupted on your lap. Slipstream is not going to help you as much as it will clean air. Just gonna not forget to do this time, because last manufacturer race that we tried out didn't go too well. So racing hards on the rear, mediums on the front. Let me just ask something. Oh, come on, Captain Risky, that isn't nice.
Don't even bother commenting.
Never mind. Yeah, I agree, Fire. That's the McLaren for you. MR can really throw it through the corners. got there. And yeah, that's what I mean. It feels very comfortable to drive. The only thing that you need to worry about in this car is saving fuel slightly. That's it. See that? Me in first, Land Face second, Noble and Lane, I think it was, in third and fourth. We had Monkey Matt in fifth, Monkey Matt in sixth, Sidog in seventh. I'm not sure who's fourth. Fifth, sorry. Oscar Redfern eighth, Deco Byrell, the Huracan in ninth. Viper Z starting 10th with the Lexus. Then Range Roz in the Toyota 86. Just in the Lexus. Then once again we have another Lexus in the form of Captain Risky. Iron Mask in the Citroen. Citroen wouldn't be too bad to drive. Pretty good on fuel. Simonized 15th. The Renault Megane trophy. GTP Legend in that very rare Bugatti Veyron. Trying to understand with the Lexus RCF. And DNA X601, also with the McLaren, like myself. Nice choice there. Heads of Meg with the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, thanks Doodle. It's great to see you again. Go brake balance. We're gonna have it on 2. See how that goes. So thanks Rodovento. Bonjour, Tom. Having a nice morning so far. So far we're doing okay with the tires. Plan is to pit in towards the end of lap 7. See that we almost matched the qualifying time with the hybrid tires. So it shows just how comfortable this car is to drive. So, if I'm saving fuel right, I should be having about 67% at the end of the next lap. We'll see how that turns out. See, we missed that in just a little bit. That's why about 10th down at the end of this first sector, but also the tyres are starting to give up slightly. Some +2. kind of on target with fuel, just a little bit more saved up. That's going to help us push more on the straights from the second stint. Excuse me. Hi Ribs, welcome to the stream. See, I'm starting to lose a bit of pace. That's pretty much down to the tires. See the front right, it's looking a little bit second-hand by now. So, need to make sure that this last lap, this is the one that counts before we pit in. Also, we were making some mistakes in that one. Oh, that was close. Don't want to do that again. Hey Outlaw, how's it going? Okay. So we're going to pit in now. Wanted to say hello. Yeah, almost had a date with the wall. So pit in, put on racing mediums, and we don't refuel. It was a new one. There we can just simply go out wide. Now, the brake balance, I'm going to change it from 2 to 3. Just keep an eye on my fuel. The important part in this stint is to really take care of your tires. You're going to have the urge to go fast, brake late, push hard, but you have to resist that. You have to brake very carefully, very soft, and preserve the fronts as much as you can. Excuse me. Didn't get that corner the best, but tyre wear is doing fine for now. That's the important thing. Turned in too early. Want to avoid the grass there on the left. It never helps. FIA here. Why am I in the McLaren ribs? Well, I think it's a good car. Very fun, very fast. Suits this track nicely. And plus it's Nations Cup as well. It's not manufacturer series, so I'm not forced to drive the Mercedes just yet. Not that I don't enjoy driving it. It's a great car to drive. I'm just saying this is also a very nice alternative to the SLS. Very competitive. And it's MR, so it saves the tires a bit better. And it looks pretty too. I don't have a preference for ribs, I love them both. I love MR and FR. They both have their cons and pros. I consider them equal. I wanna. I wouldn't call it killing it. I think they were fighting a lot more. You can see Noble and Lionface, they're really close together. So they're scrambling for positions, and I know Noble was leading at one point at the start of the race, so I just had the clear track. That's it. Lionface didn't get off to the greatest of starts. That was it. I broke the slipstream, and he couldn't keep up. So now we have a bit more fuel saved. We can push more in the straights. Our tires are looking fine, pretty equal. don't want to do that. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Tripper. If that's right, TR1. See, we've actually saved more than enough fuel. So I actually could have pushed earlier on in the straights, but it's fine. We were saving the tyres anyway. That turned out very nicely. What is Jonathan up to? Oopsie. I feel like go faster anymore. It's okay. Thanks for letting me by. Okay, so 2656.4. Don't know if that's like fast or on pace, like Firestorm. You probably know because you've done a few race simulations. What total times are you getting? Yeah, morning Andrew. It's evening here, but thanks anyway. 2058 in the RCF. You mean 2658, right? Because 6 minutes faster. I can't match that. I'm not fast enough. Okay, so it's not bad then. 2656. What can I say? I saved a bit too much fuel, and there's a 2655 in that, if I'm being honest, because I did miss a few corners here and there. The important thing is we won. Yeah, we did. We had a pole position, fastest lap. We came first with 190 points. That's it. First position. Fortunately, it wasn't a clean race. We probably went off the track a few times. There you go. Save that. Second line face and Noble. So yeah, the strategy is to do the hybrids on the first stint. So meaning hards on the rear, mediums on the front, brake balance +2, +3, and then you go 7 laps. You pit in at the end of lap 7, go in, put mediums on, and tire save. that is the name of the game on the second stint. You can fuel save if you want. That's pretty much coincides with fuel saving with the tires. So it's kind of like a double win. And you can see I actually ended up with more fuel than I should have towards the end. I had like what, 3-4%. So you can push a bit more in that first stint because 7 laps, that one less lap that you need to drive with older tires. Plus, yeah, the fuel just starts coming back to you towards the end of the race. Apart from that, yeah, that was okay. I can see perhaps like another second and a half for sure. 10th a lap, definitely possible. Surprisingly fast paced. Did not expect that to return. Yep, thanks Firestorm. I think it's a great car for this combination. I would say it's the top 3. You have the SLS. No, I'm saying about race pace now. You have the SLS. You have the McLaren, and then you have, what would the number 3 one be? Oof, something like Jaguar, but the fronts would suffer from that. It's really close for the 3rd position, but McLaren and SLS are both very strong on this track. You can go something for the Lexus, but as you can see, Firestone finished about a second and a half away from me, and I'd say that was pretty much down to the front tires, if I'm not mistaken. The front tires on the Lexus cannot, just somehow they do not last long enough to make it fast. Yeah, sure, it goes quick on one lap, but I don't know, you have to be very careful. So we have Group 3 for the Manufacturer Series now. We have Group 3 at the Nürburgring GP circuit. Fuel times 2, tire wear times 11. Only racing hards. I have done 0 practice for this. No tire requirements. Well, of course, we're just using racing hards. You can see right there. Rolling start. Have you practiced? Has anyone in the chat? Has anyone practiced this? And if so, would you know the strategy? Like, do I have to save tires, or do I need to pit in? See that? Again, almost has the fastest time with a 55.6. Everyone's pretty much close there within half a second. One stop. Okay. Fuel is fine, right? Like, don't have to worry about it. I can just fuel burn at the start. Because if that's the case,
You don't do fuel burn, don't you?
that's only on the qualifying that I would not do that. 100%, no fuel. Okay. Thanks, Simon. Just a sec. I'll try and get a feel for the car and race conditions now. See how that works. Let's see. Has anyone got a lobby, or if not, we'll just make one. Yeah, who's in that one? Side dog, lion face, range rover. Well, those are fast guys. We'll see how we can do there. If fuel is not an issue, pit lap 7 or 8. Tire wear is high, so I can't like flat out. What car are you using? Are you still with the Nissan Firestorm, or did you change manufacturer? I'm not sure. Like I only joined in late yesterday in that lobby. Sorry, late yesterday. Late for you guys yesterday, early for me. Jaguar. Yeah. I mean, it isn't too bad, in my opinion, but when you go for Jaguar, that's the car invites understeer in some very high corners. It's like the Mercedes sometimes, not as harsh, but it happens. So Gonna leave our sponsored car there, not bother it. And we'll get in and do a bit of race pace. Yeah, I'll be here for about the next 15 minutes, so you guys see the room ID, feel free to come on in. It's total time in the bag jag. There you go, new name, bag jag. Okay, so let's pull out push, but we need to take care of the tires, so brake balance in 1. Yeah, Python, what is like a good total time reference? It doesn't have to be the Jag. If you've seen someone else do something faster, just interested, what would be the fastest time? Total time 27, sorry. 15. I'm guessing that's like 29, 27, yeah, that would suit that. 15 laps. Quali lap 5960. Okay, thanks for the reference. Try and match that now. Well, FIA, you're you. That's why you can keep up with some of the guys. Like, you can't deny that you've got some great pace. During last season, you're doing things in the Nissan that not many people can do. Showed everyone that it can actually be decent on some tracks. That should have been third gear, but never mind. Picking up good pace. You've always had it. Like the moment I saw you, you were driving for the FT1, I think it was. Back in the test seasons, and you were rapid with the FT1, and then you jumped into the Supra. You were very fast with that too. Fast in everything, basically. It's a good trait to have. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely more in that. Oh, No. I just turned in. That's a penalty. Yeah, I know. What I was surprised is how I didn't see you like in the official season. Is you were doing all the test seasons, you're doing all the exhibition seasons, but you're never in the official one. My thought was that if you did the official one, you would have easily got into a live event by now. Would have only been a matter of time. Maybe next official season. That's unfortunate, Armin, but thanks for letting me know. Until time. I really can't get that chicane right now. Give this another 10 minutes or so, then going into the lobby. Wasn't good. Rears are actually using up more than the fronts. Be a bit more conscious. Accelerate. Force the car too much where it doesn't want to go. The thing is that with this hairpin, you're supposed to keep it in more. You need to hold the inside. Taking that out in out approach doesn't make you faster. You have to take a shorter line, then try and get out of the exit as quickly as possible. I mean, that's literally how they do it in real life. So. So on race pace based on what times we're getting? You're getting like mid 56s? You too, Armin. Just wondering. I need to know if I can match that pace or not. I remember, Armin, when we were practicing for Nations here, you had some really good pace. I couldn't keep up every now and then, but once I learned how to manage the tires a bit better, then I was able to put up a fight. From 56.3 to 57.2 based on tires of fuel. Wow. Okay. Well, first in, I think I can get that. I can do that time. Do those times, sorry. So 56.3. That's gonna be with that's gonna be at the start of the second stint. I wouldn't. I mean, oh. Okay. If you meant at the on the first stint with full fuel, that's a great time if you're getting 56.3s, in my opinion at least. I can't do that for now. Give this another 5 minutes and then we'll head to the lobby to do time. Just take this nice and slow so I can push decently on the next one. See what a banker lap looks like. So need to go for anything that's under 56.5. Fuel. If I need to be somewhere close to those low 56s, I have to be burning fuel, but that's not going to happen. So low 56s for me. No, that was bad. Okay. It's dangerous on the lap. No, we'll just take this one nice and slow and then we'll do another one. Because this was very bad. Very bad indeed. That's how you need to get the hip and you need to hold it in, because the moment that car just rolls out, it doesn't listen to you anymore. Hi Nick. Oh yeah, Armin, yeah, get some sleep. It's got to be somewhere close to midnight where you are in America. So yeah, see you in 5 days. a good one. Looking forward to seeing you there. Now let's give this lap a chance. See how it goes. Cut to the right too much. No, too wide. He's missing that one apex. It's not helping. Just finish this and I'll go out. Yeah, lost a lot of time in that last chicane. So yeah, that's it. Okay. After the unfortunate disconnect that we got last time, hopefully this round will go better for the manufacturer series. We have 2 times tire wear, 2 times fuel wear, 11 times tire wear. You need a pit in to change tires. There is no tire requirement since all you're using is racing hard, and we are driving in the Group 3 category. That means I'm going to be using the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun race. I can feel it. See if we can beat the time trial lap now. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Are you driving in it by some chance? Remember, you kind of sticking with Toyota. It isn't too bad on this track. Pretty decent. Later. Okay, I see. Yep, no problem. Okay, so what's the time we need to beat? 55.675. I can see that working easily. Let's try that. But yeah, you're still driving with Toyota, aren't you? Yeah. Or have you tried to do something else for change? Thanks, Andrew. later, that one. The apex. Getting too hesitating. So I'm hesitating too much at that left there past. Not carrying nearly as much speed as I should. Should have stayed in third. What was I doing? No penalty, please. Richard, you guys qualify in front of me. Then we'll have a race. Then we'll see what happens. If you can qualify in front of me, I promise I'll keep it clean. Even if you qualify behind me, doesn't matter. I've changed my driving. I really try to be a lot cleaner, and it is working. So if you simply can't keep up, that's you. Richard Head. Richard Head, that's him. Don't know. It's strange, last race he wasn't in that race, Makozi Academic, and I still somehow won it by, I don't know, 20 seconds, and I didn't hit anyone, so it's strange I'm still able to win like that. Are you still driving the GTR, Outlaw? Because I could see how it wouldn't work for you on this track. I mean, sure, it's got some great acceleration, but sometimes it really tends to understeer. Mustang, okay. You chose the Mustang. Okay. Don't know what to say about that. It just usually understeers a lot. That's all I know. Yeah, I mean, I know you wanted to try Ford, but the Mustang, Group 3? I mean, what's it got that the GT doesn't have? Perhaps better fuel, but I don't think so. Ah, okay, I see. It's kind of like scratching my head there because I know that the GT is kind of better in almost every way. Maybe just not fuel. I wouldn't understand if it was worse somehow. But yeah, that lap that we did there was not good at all. We missed a lot of apexes, braking points. We weren't being confident enough with the car, but we'll just move on with that and we'll see how the race goes. It's important to get a good qualifying lap in too. Okay. Yeah, 58. I mean, it is decent, Nick, but I'm not happy with it. I think that there was a bit more time with it, and I could have done a lot better. But you can see we're in a pretty strong lobby. The last driver is A+, so the points shouldn't be too bad. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, Richard, if you're still watching, there isn't any Makozi Academic in this one, so we'll see what happens. What's your PSN, if I may ask? If you're still watching, that is. Very interested in who you actually are, PlayStation. And yeah, like I said, there's no Makozi Academic, so you're gonna see. Don't be afraid to just speak out, say who you are. If you're able to speak out like that against another driver of my team, you surely should be able to say what your PSN is without a problem. Yeah. No one to crash into anyone this race. So, at least not intentionally. So, I don't know, I'm not going to run away with a victory this time. Let's see. I have some big drama. So, good cars for Nürburgring are basically ones that can corner well, brake well, and get out of the corner fast. Top speed isn't too big of an issue on a track like this. What you want to be able to do is get the corners very nicely and carry a lot of speed through them. So as you can see, Oscar Redfern, he's in front of me, he's driving the Porsche. That isn't a bad car. That's actually very decent around here. MR, rear tires may be more of an issue towards the end of the stint, but in general it's a good car. So here we go, qualify the last 10 minutes. How does this work? Strategy. You can see JCD, he's in the Mercedes as well. It's good to see another Mercedes in top split. Always a welcome sight. So right now we're just going to take the outlap nice and slow. Any thoughts on the new point system? I think it's good. I like the change. If you caught my stream last time, the fact that it's closer, that the point differences are smaller, I think it encouraged people to do the race, like to really focus on it, because as I said last time, if you see someone with 3,000 points, that's a lot, and that can be discouraging. And you say, oh, that's unachievable, can't get anywhere near that. The way it is now, it's only like a difference, the differences are within 10 points, so like tens of points, my apologies. So it's a lot closer. People are going to be feeling a bit better about their position towards the end of the race, and the fact that last position doesn't get 0 points, that's good. If someone ruins your race intentionally or unintentionally, or you go off and you make a mistake, getting 0 points can really get you down. It kind of will start turning you off from actually doing races. This way, you're not getting nothing for your effort, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I got these less points, but let's do it again. I want to try and get more. That's how I think it works right now. I like it. It's a nice change, in my opinion. I still don't know exactly how the scaling for the points work, but yeah, there'll probably be someone that figures that out soon, given that they get more data from all the regions. Here we go, we're going to do our first flying lap. What are your thoughts about it, Nick? Do you like it? Oh yeah, and I forgot, whoever disconnects from the matchmaking lobby, they don't impact the points, which is a nice change too. Get in, come on. Yeah, that's good. Feels like we're just outside the slipstreaming range of IPZ, so we're not getting the dirty air just yet, which is good. We're starting to feel it a bit now. Oof. Yeah, there goes the braking point. Come on. Wow, okay. So yeah, I missed that last chicane slightly. Yeah, lower splits outscoring higher splits is still an issue. Well, we'll see. I don't see how lower splits can outscore higher splits. You still have to take into account that there are so many drivers in a region. Okay, Oceania being one of the ones that doesn't fall into that category. But when you take Europe, those first the top split points are huge. If you get someone in the second split who's just missed out on the first one, and who hasn't purposely lowered their DR to do that, if they win, they'll get lower points than the first place. That is it. You can't lower the points enough more than that. Otherwise, those guys that are at the second split, they're not going to feel like it's worth it. And there'll be 40 guys at max driver ranking trying to get into that one race, and the ones that just don't have the luck, the matchmaking system, they're not going to get the points they deserve. So if you lower the second split points too much, that's going to become a problem. I don't see how top split could outscore, sorry, second split, how second split could outscore top split. It isn't possible, first of all. And sure, the point differences are small, but they are less. They are still less. Points are too close and there's too many equal places. Well, Nick, that's at the bottom of the leaderboard. That's trying to show that other guys are equal, but they should still try and improve so to get in front of them. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing that there are too many equal points, but again, it's bringing out that competitive spirit. You have someone that's equal to you, that guy almost automatically becomes your rival, and you want to try and do everything you can to beat him. So that brings out competitive spirit. Try and get you ready motivation wise for a race. Points being too close together, I don't know what to say about that, Nick. If they were too far apart, like instead of being 300 and something and 280, 260, instead if it was, for example, let's say 300, 230, 170, and then it kind of exponentially gets smaller after that, people are not going to like that either. The fact that the points are close means that everyone has a chance. And that's what people want to see. They want to see a close fight in the points. That's what gets them excited. For example, when Lewis Hamilton or Kimi Raikkonen, when they won their championships by a single point, people had their hearts in their mouths before the race ended. And when it did, it was such a huge flow of emotions after winning something by such a small margin. Yeah, enough about that. I'm just going to do this fast lap now. Yeah, this is not a good lap at all, because I missed the corner after the first sector. I'm just going to continue like it's a good lap. At least I know where I could have improved. Okay, so I don't think we'll be pretty much on pole. We'll see. Anyone has a chance at the moment. Points are fine. It's getting people to battle a lot more with the points. Makes them feel like they're closer. That's basically it in a nutshell. No one can affect the points if they quit the lobby. No one can get 0. That is all. I see that as positives. I mean, I don't know. If we put it back to how it used to be, people are going to say the differences are too big, or that you're getting 0 points for finishing last, or when someone didn't join the lobby, they got disconnected on purpose or not, we lost points, and you start blaming that guy. This is an improvement, if anything. I think it's a very big improvement, but then again, there are people that think otherwise. So yeah, Richard, if you're still watching, I qualified first, just so you know, about 4/10 in front. Makozi Academic qualified first in his lobby, but he's not with me, so there's no one that's going to be... there's no one that he can crash. If anything, now it's everyone behind me has a chance to crash. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy the race.
Roger and Nova.
But yeah, I can definitely see how Firestorm was saying 56.0, 55.9. That is very well inside the bounds of reality. Yeah. So yeah, just to make this interesting, I'm not going to fuel burn either. Give you guys more of a chance to beat me, if you're still watching. No fuel burning and fuel map on 6, even. I'll do that. See if you guys can overtake me. No. Yeah, I know, Outlaw, I'm just doing some other thing. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I can't, I'm not the stream. Okay. There you go. He isn't there anymore. So my car is heavier. Yeah, fuel, you don't have to worry about fuel, Outlaw. You can just flat out push every straight. Nice livery. That blue one. Monkey Mat in the Huracan. I thought he was always with Volkswagen. Interesting to see he's changing it up a bit. So yeah, the strategy is going to be one stop, pitting in at the end of lap 7. Or maybe 8, or maybe 9. We'll see what happens. Hi Night. Yeah, I'm trying to grow, subscriber wise and views. But also, like, as a community, try and get some discussion involved, get people to talk more instead of me doing it. Just have a good positive vibe when we do these streams. Enjoy the racing, maybe learn something, get a suggestion, have some fun. Yeah, that's right, Night. On PS4 Pro. Night Cleric. And we made a mistake there going into second. It didn't really help our momentum at all. Ooh, just touched the gravel there. Oh, no. Chad's really going for that fast slap there. Getting everything he's got. Not fuel saving Night. I'm on hards and I'm pushing. There's no need to save fuel. Messing up that last chicane though. Like to iron out that mistake if possible on the next lap. lap was looking pretty good. I could have improved it, but just didn't. Yeah, the name of the game in this race is to save tires. If you're using a tire sensitive car. Oh, too early. This is not looking like a good lap at all. Chad Reed's able to close up slightly now. Yeah, that was slow. I will be lucky if that wasn't a penalty. Oh, there you go. Luck is on our side. Oh no, come on, back on track. Tires, it's not what I want. Doing my total time is 2. basically that's it for the total time that's gone. Lost a whole second. We're doing that mistake. Again, and figuring out how to solve other mistakes for making new ones. Pushing too early through there. Yeah, I've never really struggled at that corner, but for some reason I'm making that mistake all of a sudden. That's just not acceptable, considering at what sort of level I'm racing at the moment. Not at the hairpin. The corner before that, I go too much on the gravel on the left, and basically I just have dirty tires. Okay, what are you trying to do, Adam? You're trying to overcut me. That's not going to work. Should have gone closer at the start of the race. The way I got it now is better, but the thing is, I've probably being misleaded by my tires. I was thinking that there was actually more grip than there was realistically, so I was pushing too much. I was asking too far of a reach from used hards. Oh, you mean the one at Dragon Trail? Yeah, that was good. Ah, you're AMG Shark, okay. Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for popping into the stream. Doing okay for now. It's a pace. Yeah, that's right. Spirit. Feeling pretty good as a team in Monaco. We're doing some practice and yeah, we feel good in the car. Good, lots of good synergy between the three drivers. That's important. I missed that right a little bit. Oh, that is a penalty right there. There you go. 5. Yeah, that's correct. Very fine drivers. Ah, too wide. What am I doing? yeah, Storm and Ant are great drivers. I feel like the three of us, whenever the driver is has some sort of weakness, the other two are able to make up for it, or if anything, try and help him figure how to strengthen it. We always are able to work together very nicely. Thanks, Shark, but the other laps, the consistency, that should be even more impressive, but it isn't at the moment. Making too many mistakes. Not being aware of my tyres and what they're capable of, and because of that, exceeding the limits of both the car and the track. It's not working out right. But then again, I haven't done a race simulation with this. I need a bit more time to practice. Considering that I haven't done anything, really, this is fine. A win's a win. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's the important thing. Very weak pace at the moment. Just missing the corners, not accelerating right. You can see that the rear end is just going sideways. It all really ties into how well you've saved your tires, so I haven't done the greatest job. Yeah, that was very slow race time. Another 5 seconds, easy. If you get everything right, you can get those 5 seconds. Yeah, the red bar internet makes me nervous, but yeah, don't worry about it. TCT, if I get disconnected, I get disconnected. Doesn't matter at this point. I mean, it does matter. It would be nice if I don't have any interruptions, but it's not too serious if it happens. Thanks, Jacques. Says it's good because it's car. It's not affected by weight. Not necessarily. I would say, yeah, it does very well for considering how heavy it is. It's actually one of the heavier Group 3 cars, believe it or not. And yeah, considering how heavy it is, it does punch well above its weight in terms of tire and handling. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, thanks again, Tasty T. Just really got to work on saving the tires a little bit better. I could have easily done a lot better in that race. Thanks, Outlaw. Need to figure this out. 325 wins. Yep, that's right. We're on WDP. Yeah, nice to see you again here. Came third, second, third. Almost Adam. There you go. That's correct, Salmon. Let's save the replay. Interested into what happened in that final race. 325 wins. Fastest lap with no practice. Yeah, okay. If you're watching, Adam, I didn't really do practice either. So, yeah. How about that? And when did you do it? You did it on lap 10, where you had like 5 liters less fuel and brand spanking new tires. So, of course you're going to set a faster lap. But moving on. We won that race. We got 321 points, which isn't too bad. I'm not sure what was last time. I think for the first round, that first race that I did, that unfortunately I got disconnected from while leading, it was also around there, like 322, thereabouts. Don't know what to say. That was fine. That was a good race. At least I won. Yeah, that's the important thing, Salmon. Unless there's like an extra few points for getting the fastest lap, or like an extra point, like they have in F1 when it comes time for the World Finals. That's not something I'm really looking at. I'm looking more towards consistency and doing the right moves, getting away with it. Not getting away with it, getting past cleanly. That's very paramount at these live events. Getting past cleanly and not wasting any time doing so. So, just going to clear the cache, and I want to see the other people's tire wear for this Nürburgring race. And for the Dragon Trail, I want to see how other people were doing with other cars, especially the Lexus. But yeah, Firestorm and Stagger, they're saying they're doing those times. That's very competitive. Yeah, well done to that. Had to practice more, basically. But yeah, Jaguar isn't too bad. The problem is towards the end of the stint, those fronts are just gonna drop off, and there's no saving it after that. But yeah, good race. We won both of the races in the first lot. We won them by 20 seconds and almost 10, so good margins. Shows that we've got some pace under us. For Europe, if I compare that, I would probably be able to fight for the win in Nations, maybe even win with that total time. For manufacturers, probably somewhere in the mid-pack. So if I'm comparing myself to the other more denser regions with more fast drivers, I need to work on my manufacturer pace a bit more. Hey, it's fine. Yeah, this one I still got to watch the race. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe now that your internet is back, you can maybe try a race and do Nations Cup after this. What I'm really interested in is the battle that happened at the start between Chad Reed and Kenamos. Let's go a little bit further back there. Oh, some small nudging. It's all fine. Behind. Don't understand what happened there. Oh yeah, just braked a little bit too late. Noble there in 11. Guys missing the first corner, perhaps just because of the cold tires. Yeah, just go further up front to see how this was turning out. Went from 13th to 4th. I went from 11th to 4th. That's what I did. Yeah. That was the first race I started 11th. Yeah. And I got back to 4th. It wasn't bad. I just was able to seize the opportunity when it showed itself. See, there's a really close fight for second. A long queue of cars all the way down to, I don't know, something like 11. Yeah, for sure. It's still good, definitely. See Sidog here, he's going for a move on the outside. He makes it work. A lot of opportunities. Well, it's important to not take too many. If you take too many opportunities, like I have sometimes, yeah, it doesn't really pay off too well. I can see there Jesus getting in front of John O'Stan. He's going to use that GTR acceleration. Gets in front. Yep, some TLC as well going on there. So we need a service probably after this race. Fighting for 8th, Noble there, he's in 11th, just waiting to pounce. Lexus. Slightly compromises his exit. Oscar Redfern's right behind him. Yeah, I mean, you can still race against me with a controller. We'll be in the same race, like in the lobby if we practice. You see, pretty much from second to 12th, it's kind of close. There are now small groups of 3 drivers forming from 2nd to 4th and from 5th to 7th. See Dano's there, the Jaguar, he's trying to help his, oh, maybe not, but fortunately hits his teammate, gets a 5-second penalty. Now, they're being, wow, this is a huge battle right here. 6 cars fighting for 1 spot. Ah. See there, Noble, he's going on the inside of Jay. And just to make it work, Jay probably goes out wide to get a better run on the straight. Indeed he has. Use X and square to go and stop. Okay. Well, have you tried using R2 and L2? Because you can at least control it a bit better. And that way you can don't have to move your thumbs back and forward. Your right thumb, back and forward all the time. Wow, okay. It's turning into a skirmish for these positions. Huh? Looks like a repechage race, by the way. Yeah. Lots of drama, lots of moves being made. Dano say he has to serve his 5-second penalty. Jesus, okay. Yeah. Let's go further up. I want to see how Adam got in front of Kenamos. He brakes late. It's good. There's no contact as far as I can see. And Adam gets the move done. Keep missing the buttons to shift. Well, the way I drive on a controller is that for acceleration and braking I use my middle finger, and for shifting gears, that would be for me R1 and L1, I use my index fingers. That way you have one finger on the acceleration, another on the acceleration and brake, and you have also a finger each on the geared shifts. And that leaves your right thumb open to like use the right analog stick to look back, or to use the buttons if you need to, like handbrake. Yeah, I find it's a bit more comfortable if you drive like that. I mean, sure, it takes time to get used to it, but once you know how to drive, I would say that this is a lot better. So yeah, it's worth trying, Salmon. Acceleration, R2, brake, L2. You control those with your middle fingers. So you can almost going for a move. Start up just behind. And for the gear shifts, use your index fingers on R1 and L1. And the steering is with the left analog stick. So far, it's been pretty interesting. Some people have gotten penalties, some people have been making their way through the field. Some have been losing out, unfortunately. We have a world finalist in Australia who does YouTube. Yeah. I mean, also another way of Oh, you can see the Dano's going wide. He's going to have dirty tyres for the next corner. But also, if you have a look at some of the other regions, like Akagi for Asia or Lightning for Europe, for example, those two guys, they also stream their races when they have the time. Both very fast. Akagi, as far as I know, he doesn't talk on his stream, so you can't. You have to pick up on how he drives if you want to learn something. But Lightning, he does talk during his stream, so if you ask him a question about how to maybe approach a certain corner or track, the strategy, for example, he can help you out. There is Fraga too. Yeah, there is. He does stream occasionally, but right now he's actually racing in real life at the moment. He's doing the Macau Grand Prix this weekend. So yeah, I wish him all the best. Hopefully he gets a good result. It'd be nice to see him on the podium for sure. What if tomorrow morning we could do World Tour practice? I can't promise anything, Shark. I need to practice with my teammates, and the practice that I do there, that's private. The data, the lap times that we do there, that's confidential, so we can't let anyone know about that. For Nations Cup, maybe, but no. Still, again, I'd really like to keep. It's a matter of strategy. I'd like to keep that to myself. So far, you'll be able to see how I drive next weekend on stream. It starts on Friday, yep, with the semi-final races and the repechage for the Nations Cup. Then on Saturday, there's going to be the Manufacturer Series and the Pro-Am. And on Sunday is the Nations Cup World Final. We hope they can grow GT Sport as an esport event. Prize pools. Yeah, I agree, Tasty, but if you go to these events, you can learn to appreciate how much is going into them. Like, you'll understand why there isn't any prize pools just yet, because of all the logistics and all the resources that are required to organize the event is just so huge. And the fact that they're taking care of the drivers and everything, covering some of the costs, it means that you need to be grateful that you're there. To be able to travel the world because you're playing GT Sport and you're good at it, that's huge, in my opinion. It's a very big privilege to be able to go to those events. Yeah, I don't know, Tasty. GT Sport seems like something particularly special. Living off it, yeah. I'd like to see that too, but for me, GT Sport, for now, is just a proving ground. I want to get into a real car, like a real race car, one day. Preferably a Mercedes-Benz, but if it's a race car that's a decent team with a good manufacturer, maybe, we'll see. But I'd very much love to race with Mercedes, since they're my favorite brand. Yeah, you might have noticed that because for the last 2 years, since the beginning of the test seasons on GT Sport, back in 2017, I've never gone a single season with another manufacturer. And you can see there, Chad Reed, man up. So like I said, yeah, I've never gone with another brand. I've always been loyal to Mercedes. But yeah, and also when it comes time to use the cars for the Nations Cup, I'm also trying to put myself more into the Mercedes than anything else. Yeah, that's true, Shark. I would like to drive for them primarily in the GT3 category. Blancpain, VLN, endurance racing, the IMSA, GT Challenge, or Asia, any of those ADAC GT Masters, that's one I'd really like to be in. Those are all I'd say very competitive series where Mercedes has a nice image. They're highly esteemed as a brand, very competitive, and they always leave a good impression whenever they race. And man, when you hear the sound of that car, you hear the sound of the GT3 GT. Really a nice sound. See that I come out of the pit, Adam does that extra lap. He almost comes out in front of me, but because I had that about 7-second buffer, I was able to get the pit stop done and come out right in front. The V8 rumble, that's what I like most about this car. Very stable, very nice to drive. Maybe tasty. I'm really hoping for it. We'll see. And now I'm just going to continue doing my best in Gran Turismo, and if we can get a good result for the Manufacturer Series and the Nations Cup, it would be great. After the Motorsports Games, after that win, it's really brought my confidence up quite a bit. And I feel like my driving, it's starting to get a bit more refined. And the sportsmanship side of it, I believe I'm figuring it out. So come time for Monaco, it should be all good. See that Adam pitting in on the 9th lap. So at the end of the 8th lap. So he has to do that outlap from the 9th one and the 10th. So he had less fuel, about, I don't know, 5 liters, equates to about 5 kilograms. And the car's lighter than me anyway, in this one, by about 40 kilos. So yeah, not surprised how he got a faster lap. So wins in a row. Mercedes to make up for this. Yeah, it was good while it lasted. I saw that last corner at Nürburgring sort of as an injustice towards us, but it happened. Incidents can happen, and they do happen. And the track is challenging as the Nordschleife, or at Nürburgring to be exact. You can't always put the finger at the right person. It's very hard to judge what happened correctly. Should have been a penalty. Yeah, I don't want to go into that, Shark. I had my opinion back then. It's water under the bridge. I was a bit more impatient back then at Nürburgring. if I was a bit smarter, I think that we could have won that. If I played my cards differently. Got sent to the Shadow Realm. Oh, which lap did that happen on Noble? Where were you? 11th. What lap was that? 6th. On the 6th lap, looks like. Wait, no. What lap was it on? Let me see. You were 10th at one point. Oh yeah, but you pitted in, so... Wait, no, if you ended up behind Dano, something happened on the lap before, yeah. Let me see. What happened? Well, how fitting is it? Happened on lap 6. Oh wow, okay. Let's see that again. Oh, yeah. That was, unfortunately, yeah, Jay just fell asleep. See that? There it is. It's unfortunate. Yeah, for example, that's an incident, but if that happened at a live event, we don't know if that was intentional or not, but if that happened at a live event, Jay would have gotten a 5-second penalty like he did now. Okay, bounce back has made me a fan. Yeah, thanks, Tasty. I'm glad that that you've noticed. I really am trying to change. Yeah, exactly. Where is he? Jay did the right thing of at least letting a Noble back, but yeah, it happened. That's it. Just go up further. Want to see Adam how he did towards the end of the race. Yeah, I believe you, Noble. That's how Jay is. He's a very kind driver. Let me see this. I want to see how he got it. Thanks, Shark. Yeah, that was good. Keeping it inside turn 3. It's a good move. Nice exit there. This Ford GT has a lot of rear traction. It can, the moment you just put your foot on the throttle, it just runs out of the corner. It's too fuel thirsty. That is true, Shark, but on a race where you don't have to worry about fuel, this is where the Ford would do a lot better. Yeah, no, you're doing very well up until that point. We're able to make some positions up through the chaos. It's good to see. Exactly, Salmon. Yeah, that's a good lap. Just let me see how much fuel he had when he finished his fast lap. How much fuel did I have when I did my fast lap? So I was on slightly more used tires, and I had more fuel, and Adam only improved that by half a tenth. So yeah, I could have definitely beaten the time as well. Nothing really to show off with. But still, it was a good lap by him. I'll give him that. Considering it's a 4GT. And he didn't do any practice like me. Yeah, I know. He has less fuel, he has newer tires. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're just going to go towards the end of the race now. Finish this off. So you can see Kenramos did a very good job with his tires. Or, no, he did a good job, I didn't. And that was probably because I was pushing a lot more at the end of my stint. And yeah, I wasn't being aware of the tires and how much they were degrading. Yeah, I win the race. Kenramos comes second. It's a good effort by him. Adam in third after starting, I believe, fifth, which is a very nice result by him. Sidewalk fourth after doing a two-stop, I believe. That was a good, interesting call. Chad Reed fifth after that mistake. John O'Stan sixth. Lineface seventh. Guezo in eighth. Danos after getting that 5-second penalty in ninth. That's a good recovery. Noble in 10th. Yeah, just getting into that top 10, but unfortunately had that small incident with Jay. Oscar Redfern, Jesus, JCD with the Mercedes, coming back from about second last place, I think. He started somewhere in the middle, but then he dropped down, came back to 15th. Not bad by him. John, Monkey Matt, and then Range Roz ending up the top end of the grid. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at this Nations Cup, and then we're gonna end the stream there. Could do Nations Cup with you unless you're busy. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy, Salmon. I only had time, I only really have the time for the first two races, and then I know that the second Nations is never going to be quite as strong, so I just dismissed that. And I only do manufacturers if I miss the first slot. So yeah, might as well just watch the replay, see how other guys were doing. That's it. You know what, I actually have to go, so as soon as this finishes I'm gonna quit, just go back. I'm gonna have to have a look at this, another time. Yep, see you, Salmon. Have a nice one. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. Should have gone in. Out. So that was pretty much it for this stream, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Hope maybe you got a suggestion on how to approach your races later tonight. And yeah, good luck with your races too. Thank you once again, and until next time, driving with the best.